Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be playing an ASMR obby as I talk and tell you a crazy story about how I had the flu and how terrible it was. And this happened like a few months ago. And I'm also like copying a video I did, the video, except it's not going to be cringe. The video where you can go watch it. I yap and play Roblox. So enjoy the video and let's get started. Okay, we're at the first stage, and I'm just gonna start by saying this story is not for the weak. And it's kind of a crazy story, and yeah. So we're gonna be telling you the story about how I had the flu like a couple months ago, and it was quite bad. Oh my god, how am I gonna fall? So, for starters, this flu wasn't any ordinary flu. It was the type of flu that literally takes me out. I had it once, flu A, or whatever, and flu A is a lot worse than flu B. And yeah, it sucked dog balls. So, we're going to be telling the story about how I had flu B, and it actually took my ass out. So, it was just a normal day. I skipped school because I was deathly sick, and I had skipped school for like 4 days straight because I was deathly sick with this disgusting flu, and I was going back to the doctor. And basically, I went to the doctor this time because I had this awful rash that made me look like a strawberry, and I swear to God, I was not going back to that school. I told my dad I would rather be homeschooled than go back to the school with this strawberry rash. I am not doing that, okay? He goes, okay. And so we go to the doctor, right? And it's like late at night, so it's about to be dark out. Like, it's like about 5 maybe. No, it was like 8 or 7 o'clock at night. And we go to the doctor, or maybe 6, I don't really remember, but the sun was definitely setting. And what happened at this doctor is we go in and we tell them all my symptoms and how I have the flu and how I've had it for like 2 weeks straight, and it's not going away. And they're like, okay, and this rash looks awful. They go to take my temperature, right? They just take my temperature, and it's 104 or 103 to 102. So, yeah, I had like a deathly fever, and they were just like, you'll be fine. Drink some water. So, they give me a glass of water, and I'm drinking the water, and yeah, it's really good, because I drank like a bunch of water, but it wasn't nice and ice cold like that water. So, yeah, I was basically chugging that water, bro. It was like the most crisp water ever. And they're like, so to get rid of this shot, we're going to be having to give you, what's it called? We're going to be having to give you a shot that'll make your freaking rash or whatever go away from your face, because you have polka dots all over your face and you're looking like shit. Oh, I'm sorry, I cussed. It was just that bad. Anyway, so I get this shot, and let me just say, this was not a shot for the weak. They said it would just feel like, oh, it's just gonna feel like a bee sting. No, bro, it did not feel like a bee sting. They put it right in my like hip or whatever, and that hurt. It hurt. Like, I was genuinely shocked at it, but I was also at the same time like, that didn't hurt that bad. She's like, the doctor was all like, the nurse was all like, yeah, I told you, it was only gonna be like a bee sting, and I've never even been stung by a bee. The only thing I've ever been stung by is a freaking wasp, which doesn't hurt that bad. And I was like, it'll be fine, or I'll be fine. So basically, I'm walking out of the thing after they give me my shot. They say, okay, you can go home now. I hope you get to feeling better. And I'm going home because I'm like, finally, bro, this rash is going to go away. And let me just say, the rash did eventually go away after that shot, but I was already being homeschooled after that. And yeah, I go to walk out of the doctor's office, right? I'm just like, everything's normal, but I feel like a sharp pain in my back or whatever. and I start to be able to like not move that great. I'm walking like a grandma, and my dad is like, okay, we're gonna go now. And I'm like, sounds great. Can I just sit down real quick? He's like, nah, you can sit in the car. Let's go. So, yeah, we're walking out. We're on the pavement. And then I get lightheaded, and my ass goes plop in his arms. He caught me, because otherwise I would have been on the floor on the freaking concrete. And I blacked out. I freaking blacked out for like 5 seconds. And then I wake up again, but I'm already in his arms, and I'm going in and out of like consciousness. And bro, I go on the thingy. He brings me back in, and he's screaming, help, help, my child done passed out, help. And they're like, oh my god, finally, we're having some drama. We're finally having some drama. And basically, I'm laying on the bed, not feeling good. And we're just going to do this because the obby is completed. They're all like, oh yeah, your blood pressure was just low. So they just say, you need to just go on this wheelchair and we'll take you to your car so you don't pass out again. And they were acting like I was freaking dying. And they were all like, why is she looking that way? What's wrong with her? What do you mean, why am I looking over at trying to see where my dad is? What the frick's wrong with you, freaking lady? Do you think I have something wrong with me? And then she's all like, how many freaking fingers am I holding up? And I'm just laughing my ass off like 3. What the frick? And then my dad's all like, do you know where you live? Like, no, duh, I know where I live. I didn't get a freaking concussion. I freaking blacked out. What's the matter with you? It was because of... Anyways, guys, that's the story about what happened to me when I had the flu. I ended up going home and getting, like, some food, and it was really good. But that was, like, the only good part. I got food, and it was, like... That was the best part of the whole thing. And, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you stayed this long to hear my story about when I had the flu, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I need some water because I just talked for 7 minutes straight. And this was like a less cringe version of my come yap and watch me talk or whatever video. Well, that's story time about how I had the flu like months ago and how bad the flu is, so just never get the flu. Bye!